New care delivery models, changing healthcare systems and health plans, there's no doubt that the healthcare and wellness business are undergoing radical transformations. To help us explore this subject matter further, please welcome Mr. Anthony Jude, founder and Group MD, AGT Holding Pte. Limited, on stage, where he will share his experience-based insights on the topic shaping the business of wellness and healthcare. A big round of applause to Mr. Anthony.
Thank you. Thank you, and very good afternoon to each and every one of you. I think all of you could see me better than I could see you. Well, we're going to do a little bit of welcoming wellness, but before we do that, I always like to check on the audience. How many of you know the meaning of wellness? Can someone officially reply me? Yes, what's wellness? Lady, please. I'm not going to touch so much on medical because there are too much experts here, but I think I can touch it.
Exactly. It will be simple and easy. The wellness, it's about 6 components. It starts from the mental, the spiritual, the health, the physical, and it's a holistic approach to make the mind, body, and soul all equally balanced in a sustainable way.
Very good. Anyone else who would like to give that a try? What is really wellness? Please. Come on, don't be shy. Or do you all need a little bit of exercise or yoga to get you active? Maybe we do that. Let's all stand.
Hello.
Yeah, let's stand. Let's take a deep breath and put some air and oxygen into our blood, all right? We're going to do a very simple exercise. Just 3 steps of breathing. To breathe, inhale, hold your breath for about 20 seconds, and then slowly inhale. Inhale and exhale, all right? Ready? 1, 2, 3. Inhale. Hold it for 20 seconds. Hold it. Inhale, very good. Inhale. Exhale, slowly. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. All right, one more. Inhale. Hold it. Exhale. Thank you. Now, I'm going to do a little bit of demonstration to tell you what is wellness. To me, wellness is basically something that you see and you could feel that where you are today and where you are tomorrow after treatments and diagnostic. The most important things of wellness is trying to keep you active, mindfulness, right? Make sure your hormone levels are right. Make sure that you have enough oxygen in your blood. So we're going to take through this 4 little steps of sharing with you today. I know I don't have much time. If you are standing where I am, the clock is clicking very fast. So let's do a little bit of nitric tests. How many of you know what's your level of oxygen in your blood? Now, can I have 3 people on stage to do this simple test of nitric to know exactly how much volume of oxygen do you have in your blood? Thank you. Can I have 1 lady, please? That's right. Fantastic. Yeah, you can come up too. Come on stage. Come on stage, please. This is a very important in my centers. All of our customers that walk into our centers, we do this little test. Finding out where you are and where you want to be. All right? Now, this is a little strip that will test your nitric level. It's a swab. All you need to do is look at this part here, saliva. Rub it on your tongue. Once you have done it, put the 2 ends together. So rub it hard. Rub it a little bit harder. All right, here you go. Yeah, rub it. Then after you've done it, put it 2 together. Put the 2 ends together. All right, here you go. This one, the buccal swab, rub it on your tongue. Yeah, then put it together. Hold them together. Sure. Saliva, all right? Okay. in a wellness business and healthcare business, it's totally a very big difference. So, rub it on your tongue. Together, the two ends, right? Just a few seconds. Then you will have a look at the color. Okay, now, you look? Yes. Pink. Wow, that's fantastic. All right, not too bad. Not too bad. Look at yours. Oh, you're a bit weak. You didn't have enough sleep? Yeah?
Pink.
Pink. No, very light pink. Yeah. All right. Thank you. Please give them a round of applause. So nitric is very important for us to, thank you.
Thank you.
So you got to improve on antioxidant. Take more antioxidant to put more blood into you. Thank you, gentlemen.
What pink is this?
Yeah, your pink is about here. Yeah. Yours is not too bad, in between, yeah. Yours is depleting.
This is also here.
Okay. Now, the medical wellness of modern medicine is revolving and is changing. Many of you are very well versed in healthcare, of running a big organization, running a big pharmaceutical company, looking at consumables, how to make it more and more futuristic in terms of modern medicine. So I think, as you can see, the shift in basically where we are today and where we were yesterday and where we want to be in the next decade. So things are really moving towards illness to wellness. In the medical arena, basically most of the people here around us are all waiting to be sick before we see a doctor. But in terms of modern medicine, in terms of wellness, it's prevention. A lot of it is prevention, regenerative. I think many of you have read the papers. A lot of athletics or young people or even fames from Korea, they're all taking their lives or they're dropping dead at a very young age. Why is that so? Because they don't realize their own health within the body. Because I think there's a lot of doctors here that really understand of healthcare. All of us in our human body, we get two kinds of inflammation. The outside and the inside. We can't see what's inside. Normal health screening doesn't give enough, doesn't tell us enough of where we are or where we want to be. So the shift is coming very much more into people to illness, to comfort, and to wellness. So knowing your biophysical age is very important. You can be at 90, but your biophysical age could be at 30. Your genetics. So wellness is a very key to future medicine. I would not really like to use the word wellness, but it's an industry name, but it's very much more on functional medicine, knowing the root, the cause of where you are and where you want to be. Is this a big business? Medical, you're talking about maybe globally about 10 trillions. Wellness, it's not too far. In today's global wellness, there's resources studies of showing what the wellness industry numbers are. It's clicking as close to about $4.7 trillion. And where is all this business coming about? Where is it started? Asia? South Asia? Some looking at US and Europe? It's all over. But it is climbing in a very different atmosphere. Each approach of wellness is dictated differently. But to me, in terms of wellness, the business is growing. The detection of putting wellness and preventive is ethical and scientific proof. Wellness tourism by the region, I wish I could give you a little bit more updated, but this is the most updated I could get, looking at all the region globally. If you look at the numbers, it's really climbing very rapidly. Even where we are today, in 2017, we are talking about 3.7. By 2017, it's 4.2, but originally now it's about close to $5 trillion in the wellness business. What are the biggest wellness, looking at wellness tourism? Thailand is growing extremely very well. Thailand has included wellness into hospitality. But is Thailand the leaders? No. Basically, it's already been existing in Europe, in US. But again, like I said, the way it has been pitched, the way it's been implemented is very different. In Asia, we get the touch of service, and that really makes a difference because that helps you in mindfulness. Because in wellness, if you imagine someone will greet you in the morning with just, morning sir, and just walk away, rather than somebody who greets you, good morning sir, sawadee krap, and bow to you, how would you feel? You feel you're well respected. That is part of wellness. So the industry is growing big time in medical wellness, personal care, nutrition, and even up to the extent of workplace, co-working. And that's another big dimension in terms of business. Co-working space is huge. It's growing so well. WeWork, well, I think you all know about WeWork, how they got invested. But again, it is how the implementation works. So co-working wellness is another big thing in Asia, in Singapore, and in Thailand. Now, just to share a little bit with you, because my company has been doing this business over the last 6 years. We've been aggressively in this region of Thailand, Malaysia, Cambodia, and even into Laos and Myanmar up and coming. Because medical wellness is new because it can be implemented into lifestyle medicine. Lifestyle medicine is a new kid on the block. You can Google lifestyle medicine, it will tell you what lifestyle medicine is all about. Right? So, in this region, looking at Malaysia, it currently accounts for about 3% of medical wellness. And Malaysia is very upcoming, especially for the people in the UAE and in the Gulf. They used to be going to Thailand. Thai has lost its edge over this market. Reason because Malaysia is a Muslim country. There's no problem in language, no problem in food and religion. So Malaysia is picking up tremendously in terms of the wellness market. We are doing about 3 to 4 projects in Malaysia, which I'll share that with you. Thailand, steadily growing in the medical field. Wellness is tacking along because Thailand is still very strong in healthcare screening, more primary care, secondary and tertiary care. But wellness is now implemented a lot in Phuket, in Krabi, in Hua Hin, in Chiang Mai, in terms of integrating it into hotels. So Thailand is seeing a big growth in that. Cambodia, very strong market. We are there now in a medical center, but in terms of Cambodia will be an in-between stop for people who are looking for quick fix from Vietnam, Myanmar, and Laos, going to Cambodia for medical health screening, at the same time looking very much more into aesthetic medicine. Now, just give you a little bit for those who are looking at bringing your business out of the UAE or out of the Gulf, looking at where would you go. I would highly recommend you to come to where I come from, Asia. Okay? We are focusing very strong in this market. Average growth, you could see the numbers. All right? I think IFAH would be sharing you the slide, so I wouldn't want to spend too much of it. The clock is kicking. I got some interesting thing to share with you a little bit later. So the growth in Malaysia is good, tremendously very well. Now, Thailand has always been the hub in putting in medical wellness. I used to be working for a very top hospital, heading the preventive and regenerative care in Thailand, Bumrungrad Hospital. And Thailand has always been there for many, many years, even right up to top 5 position. But if you're looking at the numbers, the population, I can move back. The list of countries where we see is tremendously coming in from the Asia countries. And these are some of the numbers looking at more on the medical part. All right? Of course, looking at the numbers more on aesthetics is doing very well. Heart bypass is still something moving along. But if you look at the big numbers are basically on aesthetics. Cambodia, pretty strong market. Lots of Singapore companies and healthcare providers are moving in. Even China healthcare providers. Well, people saying you can't go to China, but China come to you. So in Cambodia, we get a lot of Chinese market there. Not mainly just there for their own business and casino, but they do need medical treatments as well. So Chinese is a big market growing into Cambodia, in Phnom Penh, and Sihanouk View, and Siem Reap. So we have put in modern medicine, putting our medical centers in malls, shopping malls, looking at a space of smaller space of about 1,600, we could composite and put everything in. I'll share that with you in a very short time. Well, UAE, it's a very interesting market, but the numbers are steadily growing. I see UAE is, I have not been here over the last 4 years, but over now arriving, I see a beautiful, nice hospital here now, the Prime. Previously, it was only about a handful, but now UAE is growing much more than just what it used to be. And the international physicians are all based here now. So UAE, a very strong market to put in wellness. But nevertheless, I do see a little bit of lacking in terms of wellness in the UAE market. Maybe it's because of having the right physician having in place, but very much more of aesthetic medicine. Well, what are the latest trends that we are looking forward to? I think we have been putting wellness into resorts, well-being. We are putting a different class of treatments into hotels. We are taking the medical into a smaller scale, into a micro hospital, something that is just a day hospital, no inpatient but outpatient, faster returns within 3 years, looking at lower capex. So that has been a trend now. So investors are looking to put up a hospital, give it a second thought. Maybe look into putting up a micro hospital or a day hospital. Lower capex, faster returns, less manpower, and no problems in getting doctors on board. So the shift today is very much from conventional to functional. And functional medicine is something that you want to have because it is something that someone could basically diagnose you, basically looking at the root of your illnesses. Rather than conventional, if you're down, you look at a specialist, oncologist, you go there. If you're looking at something else, they will refer you to another specialist. But in functional medicine, we look into the root of the problems. So that's the way to move forward in modern medicine. Yeah. This is what I'm sharing with you. This was up in the news, and the trends are basically moving in micro hospitals. In Macau, there's also another hospital that's been embedded in the casino, all right? So there are many, many more of these trends. I've already put one in Cambodia, and more to come around the regions in putting in mixed-use development, as well as in hotels, working with partners like Bayan Tree in Penang. Can we just play this video? Now, just look at this. This video is in Bloomberg, and they're talking at that time, looking at 600 over billion, and this is something now exceeded and is already made available in Asia, and it's already happening, that wellness into hospitality. Can we play that video? No video on this one. Oh, sorry. Oh, okay. So anyway, Google it. It will tell you on how wellness has been embedded into hotels and resorts. Okay? Oh, doesn't work to move forward? All right. Right. The other thing is, wellness now has also expanded to a bigger dimension, looking at seniors, bringing seniors back to where they want to be in the younger days. There are a lot of developers today are looking to put up a senior home. They call it, their mixed-use development, they call it senior homes. And I always tell them, don't use the word senior homes. Because if you're going to use the word senior homes, you won't get the Generation Z and all that to come with you, because they think it's an old age home. But you look at it as a lifestyle. You look at it as a community putting all the integrative services that's available in developments. And that's what we have been doing in the last 6 years. This is another very key point. Not looking at one in terms of wellness, but we look not on the well-being, but we look also in the environment, bringing the 5 senses. We developed a hotel in in Rayong, in Thailand. We look at how can we remove radiation. And that's something that we've been carrying with us every day, our phones. It's like a time bomb. How would you remove radiation when you're asleep? How we implement a sleep lab within a room that you could really sleep well. How many of you had good sleep over the last few days? I can't, because every time when I move, it's a different environment. So what could you include in a room? Looking at the air, looking at circadian lighting, not like this. This is really killing me, killing all the speakers that go on stage. We will go blind. But looking at circadian lighting, that basically goes into the algorithm of your sleep patterns. The water you drink in the room, alkaline. The water that you shower, where the ladies will love it, from a mineral water. That means triple filter. And that will really help your skin in terms of not making it dry. And the scents. The other key element in wellness is, of course, bringing nature in. Biophilia, water, the sound of water, the smell of nice Christmas tree now will be nice to have one here. Maybe IFAH next year, if you're doing this at a Christmas season, have some Christmas tree here. So that will give us refreshing smell in terms of scents. So nature is another big thing, bringing nature into wellness. Well, this is one of our developments that we do in Cambodia. This was something that me and my team, we thought through and we launched it. It's now currently in operation. It's been in operation for the last 4 months, doing very well. We brought in the Singapore brand, bring in the Singapore standards. And these are the countries that foreign doctors can practice. Cambodia, Vietnam, Laos, Myanmar. So physicians, if you're thinking of getting a bit tired in where you are, you want to look at a different environment to do your medical practice, this is the place to come. Call on me and I'll bring you there. So Singapore Medical Center sits on 1,600 square meters and it's modern facilities. Google singaporemedicalcenter.com.kh, you could see it. We could fit an operating theater, 2 operating theaters with 4 recovery beds, a full holistic wellness, with a detoxification, bringing volcanic sand bath into play, a diagnostic with CT, X-ray, mammogram, and even specialist family medicine and women's clinic. And specialists could basically come and practice. All right? So these are the few wellness treatments that we do. Is there a video on this? All right, can we have the video very quickly on each one? IV is a very big thing.
Your health is most important to live the life you want to live. So the business model of Live, I wanted to create a lifestyle brand to take over the health and wellness industry, providing IV nutrition, men's and women's hormones, pain management, regenerative injections. And then we also provide concierge mobile service that will bring these services to you. IV vitamin therapy is IV nutrients injectables that are injected directly into the bloodstream for 100% absorption. Most supplements are 15 to 35% absorbable, but IV injectables are 100%. And then the medical consults through comprehensive labs. I'll base my treatment plan off your labs and your history. Make your body optimal from the inside out.
This is one brand that we bring in from US to Asia.
Eating healthy, exercising, there's so many different aspects of what health is. But we need a little bit more help. Live is proactive in health.
The next one, is there a video? No, all right. This one here. This is something from Japan that I went and I look at it. It's basically putting yourself in the sand, a hot sand, and I replicate this whole thing and design it into Thailand. Please, can we have the video? This is basically a volcanic sand bath. It helps people with pain. It helps people with detoxification, people with sleep problem, going it for 10 minutes, you feel great. Can we have the video, please? And this is all implemented into this project in Malacca. Ladies, I promise you, you'll be better women after this. Not forgetting the guys, you will feel good too, because it does help you on ED, because it gets your blood flow. So we have been putting treatments like this into lifestyle. This project is, we have 330 rooms, 193 key service apartments, and we have 50 wellness retail malls. This is positioned in Malacca. It's now up into 4 floors. We are the lead consultants. It should complete by early 2021 or latest early 2022. So you don't need a big space. You look at this one, the GFA is about 8,000. Okay, this is another beautiful project of ours. We already got the approval from the Malaysian government, the medical tourism. We got a 50 million Malaysian ringgit grant to put up one of the very first forest wellness in KL. If those people who knows Malaysia well, it's sitting right below Genting Island. So you get a very cool temperature, about average 24 to 26 degrees. And we are putting in about 40 over villas, and it's a wellness retreat. It's a destination. So here you see, and this is all medical wellness. So people who go there as a destination, taking time off, going there to relax, at the same time to be healed. Icon City in Malaysia, we are the lead consultants for 2 of this project. One of Icon 1 is already completed. We started now working on Icon 2, which is the wellness facilities with office, co-working space, wellness environment, and a medical center within. So this is up and coming within 2020, the 4th quarter. This center will be opening very, very soon. It's a beautiful, and the location of putting medical wellness is also very important, close to nature. Most of our project, we try to work within a resort that you could see basically a sea view, or you have rainforest, or basically you could also have a whole nature green field. So this is, the hotel will be managed by Angsana. AJT, if you look the building all the way to the back, it's a 50,000 square meters. We are putting a medical center come wellness, and it basically integrates with the hotel in terms of facilities and wellness. I'll just show you the scenery of this property. So for those who are interested to buy in, AJT does a little bit of property play as well. Beautiful, this will complete. The hotel will be opening Q3 of this year. Okay, I'm going to just cut short a little bit. This is another wellness resort that we put in medical wellness into hot spring. So we are one of the very first management and consultant taking over an existing hot spring in Krabi and expanding it from a 15-room villa to a 80-room villas. And this is Nature Hot Spring.
Oh my God. 45. This is the original pool, right?
So wellness is looking at environment, looking at well-being, lifestyle. This is one of our very major projects. It's in China, Zhuhai, Hanqing. It's a very mixed-use development. We are talking about lifestyle, talking about condos, membership, and as well as full wellness of 2 buildings of medical and integrative TCM, modern TCM. This should complete by next year, Q3. So I'll be very busy. I don't know whether I'll be standing here next year, Q3. All right. This is another wellness resort in Thailand. Only about 17 villas, but it's very beautiful and quiet. It's a hideout. So investments is a great opportunity. More countries have growing in terms by 2050. You'll be looking at about 62.3% in world population over 65. So there's more and more opportunities to develop different kind of disciplines in terms of functional medicine and modern medicine. This is an emerging of aging population, which many of us here are baby boomers. We all would like to look at how to stay more younger and looking at longevity. So population growth is growing, but there's always wellness. You could cater from 0 up to 100 years old. This is the kind of elements that we could put in a lifestyle. Mixed use development, what you could fit and what you will not use and how to implement it. So active living development, we have one in Thailand. This is huge. We are putting a container lifestyle. In the container, you will be doing just 20-footer container. We are selling it at the same time. Wellness environment is also within the features in this whole. I think this one is about 40 maybe about 40 acres. So medical centers are now can be made available, mixed use, urban wellness, resident community, senior living, co-working space, hotels and resorts. Even a corporate hotel like this one could have a wellness environment, taking 20% of their rooms to convert into proper wellness room, that when we get back after this long conference, we could soak ourselves not only in the tub, but the air is good, the water that we drink, the bed, the materials. I like the previous panel talking about materials that will help your body to blend in with the temperature. That is really excellent. Okay, so I make it on time. So this is my keynote. These are my messages. So AJT is not just a consulting company. We are also management, full turnkey. We also do a little bit of investment, a little bit here and there, and we are always looking for partners to be where we want to be and where you want to be. Thank you.
Hi there. I have a question for you. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
Hi.
Can I take questions? Okay, all right. I'm lucky. All right.
Yeah, I'm right here at the
Where
back.
are you? I can't see you.
Here. Straight. Yeah.
Oh, okay, go ahead. Yeah.
Sorry, my question, I really like the idea of retreats, but I just wonder how that's going to be sustainable, because it seems like a band-aid approach. If I spend 300 days in a year working in a stressful environment, and then say 10 days out of the 65 days in a year I spend at a retreat, it might be a band-aid solution to a stressful life, but shouldn't we actually be focusing on changing our lifestyle, not just on providing a retreat for 10 days or so?
Well, it's a good question. Well, going to a retreat, you're getting someone professional to teach you how to change your lifestyle, how to make use of the right time in your right occasion, and just a very simple thing. Like when we want to stay healthy, how many of us sleep at 10 p.m. in the night? Well, that gentleman does. Why do you want to sleep from 10 to 1? What's the reason sleeping early? What will that help you? It helps your hormones to kick in, your melatonin to kick in.
Sir, but why do we need to, firstly, I understand, I appreciate that, by going to a retreat you can learn these things, but that's with the assumption that all people have access to retreats, which is not true. Not many people have the money to be able to go to a 14-villa resort, and that means that maybe we should actually be providing these teaching and training situations for wellness outside of these retreats as well. So I think do you have any plans of providing services for the common man?
I agree, not everybody could go for up-end retreats. there are many resorts that cater to different retreats. That's why we put into a mixed-use development. So people who are buying properties could understand the meaning of modern medicine and wellness. And I also share with you that wellness now also starts in co-working space. So it's not just retreats, but it's also a full community mix.
Yeah, but
Yes. Sorry. Yeah.
With her friends, it can be in the workplace. We developed a model called Sustainable Workplace, a Wellness Workplace, and also it works with the UNESCO 15 SDGs. So it's not only a 10 days treat, it's about transferring all your lifestyle toward the wellness, starting from your workplace to your home to your treats in the 10 days. Thank you.
Thank you.
Excuse me.
Two more questions?
Thank you very
Yes,
much.
can I
thank you
just...
Please.
Excuse
From
me.
the morning I want to talk. Thank you. Thank you very much for bringing this topic today. Like I've been waiting for it really, the wellness and healthcare.
Thank you.
I want to just say up front, if you want sand, we have lots of it in Saudi. For the wellness, actually, if we think about the number of people who die annually because of air pollution, we have about 6.8 million. And we don't talk about that. We usually talk about MERS-CoV or novel viruses that kill 200 or whatever. Still, life is very precious, but common sense is not common, unfortunately. If we add water, if we add physical activity and all of this, that's what we really want to do. That is the real value that we want to give to our patients and to our society. And I just add and allude to my colleague there who said that you can have wellness at work. You can have it even at the bedroom too. You can have it anywhere. What we need is just to think about our wellness, about our health, and not just to go about the fancy technology and all of this. Right. Yet, the human behavior is difficult to change. We will still make nonsense things and we will still have illness and sickness. But let's enjoy most of our lives by being rational and by having the sense of doing what we are doing. Thank you very much.
Thank you. That's really excellent.
Excuse me.
Wellness is not 100% technology, but it's really lifestyle. And I like that really, frankly, and I believe in it.
Excuse me. My name is Dr. Alok Chopra. I am the medical director and founder of Devam Wellness. We are probably the only place in India who has a comprehensive functional medicine center, center for bioregulatory and restorative medicine. And we are also looking at putting our software in destination sites. I would be very happy to meet you separately and have a chat about it.
I'll be looking forward to talk to you.
Thank
And
you.
India, Ayurvedic started many years ago, just like China TCM, but
this
now
goes
it's
beyond
moved
that. This goes
much,
beyond.
much more forward to modern medicine.
But this
Thank you.
goes much beyond Ayurveda and yoga as well. It incorporates functional medicine in all its forms.
Thank you, Doc.
Thank you
Okay,
so much.
thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mr. Anthony Jude. Fantastic and insightful session.